that we went too long.
I'm starting.
Good?
I will start in 2 seconds. We are live.
Okay, I think we're live again. Are we live again? I think we're live again. Somebody needs to check for us. So we are. So Facebook didn't like the fact that we went so long and we had so many people watching. We were close to 20,000, so there you go. So they took us down and we had to come back up one more time. So here we are back live. So who do we have? We have 3 left. Who's the first one? Lily Larson with the LGL Grace, correct? And then we have, who's second after Lily? Can you see who's second after Lily? Brandolyn? Okay, that's the brand number. Okay, 562, that's going to be the KR Misread Lotto. So that's going to be 2026. Lily Larson with 1920 is sitting in first. I mean, not that she's first, but she was, okay, so she's going to be fourth. Lily's going to be fourth. That leaves the KR Lotto as well as the Dietering Red Brahmins and the Moreno, right? Which Moreno is that? Moreno Miss Lady Richachi. I bet it's... What? We're good. Okay. We're hoping that our live stream is still working. Down to the top 2. What do you want to do? Okay, down to the top 2. We're recording also, correct? All right. We're trying all our tricks, pulling out all our tricks. We're going to swap Lily. Lily is going to be third at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Lily will be third. Lily will be third. Fourth will be the KR Misread Lotto. First is going to be, let's listen to the judge.
Brahman females. The one that comes to the top, I think she does so pretty handily. For me, she's one that's extremely balanced.
That's what, 2, 1, 3,
really
5,
like
yeah.
the breed character, the symmetry this female has. You know, you'd study her from the forerib back, just extremely balanced, well-muscled female. One that has some good base width to her. Really a nice hump placement, long and extended through her front end.
What do you need to do?
And, you know, you got to hand it to him. The young man said she's already bred. And so I don't think it's necessarily a race to get these things pregnant. But
Can
I
one of
do
the girls
think if
do it,
they're
or do you need to
cycling
do it?
and they've got enough weight on them and
Yeah.
you want to go ahead and get your show heifer bred,
Where's Brandon?
I'll tell you what, that's just good management. That's a good female to win the class. The heifer that we have standing in second, I like the female in terms of her overall muscle shape. I think she's really nice down her top line she's really wide through her back and loin. Maybe she just gets a little heavier through that brisket area. That concerns me a little bit. Just like to trim her down just a little bit to go any higher today. Nice female comes next. Really a long body type female. One that when this lady gets her out and kind of gets her set up and pulled together, she's a good one to look at. Like to see her a little bit deeper through that forerib. She wants to get a little bit tight, little pinched right behind her shoulders. That's being nitpicky on a good one, but that's the difference between her and the ones in front of her. Really a balanced heifer that I had in third, one that I switched right here at the end. This is a good, useful female. There's a lot of bulls in the breed and that this female can help. She's really balanced. Maybe doesn't have the overall power of the 3 in front of her, but I like the combination, her body composition. That's just a good one. Again, carrying a little bit too much brisket for me at this particular stage in the game. Really a nice big female coming next, one that's really that dark cherry red. Young lady does a great job showing this heifer, getting her set up and presented. I'd like to pick her pin bones up just a little bit. She wants to roll down from hooks to pins, make her a little bit nicer over that hip. Good females all the way down. Congratulations.
Thank you very much for those comments, Mr. Cullors. And here are your results in Class 17. First went to entry 2135 with Moreno Miss Lady Ricachi, 192/3. Moreno Ranches of Riesel, Texas, your owner exhibitor. Second went to entry 1686. Dietering Brothers Cattle Company of Hempstead is your owner and exhibitor. Third went to entry 1920. Lily Larson, your owner exhibitor, out of Okeechobee, Florida. Fourth went to entry 2026. Ken Ramsey Brahmans of Sealy, Texas, your owner and exhibitor. Fifth went to entry 1726. Triple E Cattle Exhibiting, owned by Aubrey Ellis of Henderson. Sixth went to entry 1972. 4L Cattle Exhibiting, owned by Isabella Lowen of Mart, Texas. Seventh went to entry number 1548. Watts Ranch Exhibiting for Scanlon Cattle Company out of Wortham. Eighth went to entry 1973. 4L Cattle Exhibiting, owned by Isabella Lowen of Mart. Ninth went to entry 1645. Diamond E Cattle Exhibiting, owned by Gracie Soul of Laneville, Texas. And 10th went to entry 2286. Watkins Cattle Company and Riley Romero, your owners, out of West Welsh, Louisiana.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Not sure if y'all can hear me or not. So we are here doing the championship drive in the junior females, junior female championship drive in the red females. So red female junior championship drive, first place in the very first class, class 15, was Miss WCC Olga, 457/1. Our second class was the CT Lady Mariana Rhino, which of course Pam Thomas is rooting for, I believe, Dakota. And then in the third class was won by Moreno Miss Lady Ricachi. And I bet you that Kelvin will tell me I'm saying it wrong. And so that is a Miss Moreno, Mr. Rockstar daughter, and out of Miss Lady Reba Victoria. And second in that class that we were talking about when we had some issues with a camera. Let's listen to the judge.
Kind of divisions where you just, you could just late in the evening, can you see yourself out there on that front porch looking at cattle like this? It's what we do. We breed cattle for a living, but we also do it because it's our passion. And I think you've got three red individuals out here in their class respectively that, boy, you could sure line them up and do a lot of really neat things with each one of these females. That female down there on the end is one that's really long spine. She's really straight in behind her hump, long extended from her shoulders forward, just like the looks of that female a great deal. Then you get to that power when they're in the middle, really a deep center type female. She's soft in her flank. Another female, tremendous breed character. The hump sits right in above her shoulders. She gets out with flex and moves extremely well as anything out here. And then we've got that oldest female that this young man's, boy, he's been managing her well, got her bred. Tremendous female, one that's really long and extended. She's wide in her pin set. A lot of muscle carries all the way down into that hock. Tremendous set of females. Let's give them a big round of applause, and I'll show you our champion.
Going to the Dakota. Dakota is going to get the handshake and the gun finger there, and then he is going to slap on the butt the Moreno female for reserve junior champion. So we have Dakota, which of course, Dakota's grandma's watching. Dakota's grandma's watching. And so, yay Dakota, says Pam. There you go, grandma. And then we have Moreno Ranches coming out with their reserve junior champion red female. So congratulations. That was the junior championship drive with the red females. We will have those come back in for grand consideration in not too distant future. So that was Moreno Miss Lady Ricachi. I am Kelvin always corrects me in the way I say it. I'm probably saying Rachachi wrong.
Just kind of moving into your show arena or your
So yeah,
class
but
15
we'll
grade
get him to
females
let me know how to
during
say it next time.
month of
Again,
April
so we had our
2021,
champion was
17
going to come
entries
out of
in this class.
the second class. There were 3 classes in the junior division, 3 classes in the junior division. And so our champion was the CT lady Mariana. That, of course, is Broussard Cattle Company. That's going to be your champion junior female. And then coming out of the older class, that's going to be Moreno Miss Lady Richachi. That is going to be your reserve champion junior female. Reserve champion junior female in the reds. Now we're moving into the grays, back to the gray side of the arena. Back to the gray side, and we are going into the very first class of the grays. So this is going to be class number 15. And again, this is junior yearling heifers 4/1/21 through 4/30/21. How is our internet working? Good. And how is our latency problems? They're all good? Perfect. Awesome. I hope that you guys are enjoying. And Julio, we agree. No, Eva, class number 22 is not gone. We are back into class number. Eva's asking if we're in class number 22 yet, and we have not gotten to class number 22 yet. So Eva, we are on class number 15 in the grays. Okay, so we just finished the reds, and now we're in class 15 of the grays. So we're going to have this whole junior division, and then we're going to get to that seniors in the gray. Seniors in the gray, we are not even really that close yet. So, but we're working on it for you. Definitely working on it for you. And doing the best that we can, trying to get that ready for you. This is a big class. It has not been split yet, but we're going to guess that he is going to go ahead and split this and get it down to about 10, which is kind of what he's been doing. Kind of winding down our day just a little bit. We still have the junior gray females, then we're going to be moving into the senior red females, and then we'll move into the senior gray females, grand champion, and then we're going to go have a little party. We're going to have a meet and greet for the international guests. It's supposed to start at 5. I kind of have a feeling we will not quite make that timeline, but I can say that Judd Colors has been doing a spectacular job of working through these females. There have been a lot of females to work through, and so he's done a really good job and done it very organized. I think for the most part, the classes have been really organized. We did have that one red class that was like humongous. Hollow Oak, thank you for watching. And Jose, thanks for watching. Pam is so excited because Dakota won. And Rob, thanks for watching also. We really do appreciate it. Let us know where you guys are watching from. Julio Gutierrez, let us know where you're watching from and what you're looking for and who you're rooting for. Because I know everybody's going to have their fan fave. And so if you're rooting for someone special, you let us know. So this is class number 15, and we have a number of animals. Watching in the barn. Ashley's watching in the barn, waiting on Class 22 Reds. So glad you are watching. Steve is watching from Church Point, Louisiana, and watching from Bryan, Texas. I am glad you got. No wonder someone asked if we've done Class 22 yet. Do not depend on us. If your internet is a little slow, it might be a little laggy. I did time it earlier today, and we were only about 25 to 30 seconds off. But it all depends on your internet. So watching from Colombia, thank you for watching from Colombia, and let us know where you guys are watching from and what you think of the show.
Tension in the ring, heads up, loose heifer. Watch the gate, watch the gate.
We do have a loose heifer in the ring.
Loose heifer in the arena, please.
Alrighty, they caught the heifer. She didn't look like she was very loose. She just looked like she was a little loose. Not super loose, just a touch loose. She wasn't really serious about being loose. Pam is watching from Bryan, Texas. And you love Herzog cattle. Watching from Grand Cheney, Louisiana. So Maria's watching from Bryan, Texas. Oh, so Pam Taylor is, okay, sorry. It is Pam Thomas that is Dakota's grandma. Sorry about that. Got all my T's and my Taylors and my Thomases messed up. Pam Taylor is watching from Bryan, Texas, and she loves her Herzog cattle. And Pam Thomas is a big fan of Dakotas. And then we have Daryl Duhon is watching. And Jeremy Lowen is watching with us. Jeremy Lowen is back in the barn. He has some great cattle. And he also has some great offerings that he's got going on and some specials that he has going on here at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So you need to go find him in the beds. We are pulling some cattle here. Splitting this class up just a smidge. Watching from Baldwin, Louisiana. There's a lot of people here from Louisiana. I have gone around and eaten a little Louisiana cuisine there, having a good time doing that. Arnaldo, thank you for watching with us. And Abbeville, Louisiana, Kim Stanley Landry's watching from Abbeville. I know where Abbeville is. I have been there. Okay, so he is placing them. He did not split them. Gotcha. All right, so we look like we have Bryn. And
That
what?
one I don't have them.
Okay, that's going to be Bryn, and she has,
750 second.
I'm sorry, say the second one.
750 second.
750
1299 is
1299.
906 is the last
906 is the last one, and the first one's going to be Bryn, so that's going to be the 5H. That's going to be, I bet, 5H. I'm sorry, that is going to be Miss 5H Harper, 6/1. That's going to be 1474. She's going to be up at the top. Then we're going to go to 750, the entry 750, which is going to be the DQD penny. And then we're going to go to the 1299. 1299. 1299 is going to be Miss M4 121, and she just got pulled into 4th place, so 1299 is going to be 4th, leaving out the 5H as well as the 906. 906 is going to be (906) is Miss W.J. Emery, and that is going to be Mr. S.G. Apollo daughter. That, of course, is going to be, is that Wyatt or Wesley on the stick? I can't see that far. It's got to be Wesley. So that's Yannick Cattle Company. So we're battling it out. So we have, how many do we have out there? Just 2? Is Miss 5H still out there? Yeah. So that brought in the DQD penny is going to be 3rd. So that leaves Miss 5H Harper and then Wesley Yannick's. And who ended up coming in? Let's listen to the judge.
Another really nice class of great Brahman females. I think in this particular class, we've got some give and take. I don't know that we've got that one special female that just jumps out at you, but I think we've got a pair of heifers on the top end that are really good, very functional type females. Both of these females travel extremely well around the arena. They get out and they reach. They take a good long stride. I like the integrity of their spine, and I like the overall rib shape and base width of both of these females. The heifer that wins the class, I think she's just got a touch more natural muscle expression through that stifle area. When you look at her from behind to the center portion of her quarter, that's where I think she excels over the heifer right behind her. Really like the hump placement. I really like the long extended front end of this female. Just so feminine made, just a really nice one. The one right behind her, like the Springer rib in that heifer, one that maybe just not quite as true right in behind her hump. She wants to just dip down just a little bit when you watch her in the move. Kind of runs downhill sometime from her hips right in behind her hump. But I tell you what, this is a female that's already pregnant. She's one that I appreciate her very much in terms of our management. Just a real nice heifer. The one that we have in 3rd place is a good moderate type female, one that's got a lot of rib shape to her, really long and level down that top. She just gets outpowered over those 2 heifers that go in front of her in terms of her overall muscle shape. Another really good one in 4th place, really long and extended through her front end, one that maybe would like to just level her up from hooks to pins, give her more base width to go up any higher. Good females all the way down. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Colors, for the overview of our placings here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have in 1st place, as we were discussing, that is 1470.
Brian Harris, your 2nd place entry.
What? Oh, Bryn Harris. Okay. I was like, who? That is going to be the Miss 5H Harper 6/1. She was the intermediate champion in the 2022 Blue Bonnet Kickoff Classic. She was intermediate champion at the 2022 Washington County Fair. She also was reserve grand champion in the Bred and Owned Junior Heifer Show at Blue Bonnet Kickoff. And it's fun to come back. She actually won her class number 3, here in March of 2022. So you can see the progression if you go and join us on Facebook and go through and search for her. She was the Junior Owned Show Reserve Intermediate Champion female at the Blue Bonnet Kickoff. So again, just really has done a great job and has had a lot of wins.
Shown by Joy.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I have power. Okay, and then Miss W.J. Emery, 322 over 1. That, of course, was the Yannick Cattle Company entry. Yannick Cattle Company. It's always good to see Wesley Yannick in the arena. So again, really good to see all of our friends showing. And of course, we can remember the Mr. S.G. Apollo 123 over 6 and very famous Miss W.J. Eva 288 over 8. So W.J. Eva, I think you guys will remember when she showed. This is a big class coming in. But you'll probably remember the Miss WJ Eva 288 over 8. In 2019, when Wesley was still showing in the junior shows, he was the TJBA State Show Bred and Owned Reserve calf champion and gray heifer with his WJ Eva 288 over 8. You can go back and look at the timeline. It's kind of fun, 2019. In 2020, at the ABBA International Brahman Show in Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Remember, that was right before I'm sorry, yes? Oh, good, okay. That was right before we had COVID. So we were able to get through our show in that ABBA International Show, but we were not able to get through the junior show. But I think you will all remember that Eva, Miss WJ Eva 28 over 8, so the dam of that female that just was showing and was second in class, she was the 2020 ABBA International Brahman Show Reserve Grand Champion and Intermediate Champion. So that was really cool. She is a noble daughter, and then out of the Miss SG Remy 240 over 6. So it's always really cool when you get to go back and see the history and the timeline on some of these cattle, and you can see how the genetics are going. And it says that my mic is cutting out every now and then. Hey Brandon, is it my mic or was it the judge's mic? Because the judge's mic, it's actually cutting out for us also. So if I'm not 100% sure if it's my mic that's cutting out or it was the judge's mic. Yeah, the judge's mic is cutting out actually on us also. So we're here in the house, and so whatever we get. But Brandon, please let me know if it's my mic you're having a problem with or if it is the judge's mic. We really appreciate you letting us know that. And again, my mic is cutting out. Right now, Brandon, my mic is cutting out. Okay. It doesn't look like I have a lot of sound. Maybe turn me up just a smidgy? Not sure. And we're going to ask a couple other people. If anybody else is having problems with my mic, let me know. Because goodness gracious, if you couldn't hear me, what the heck? So Miss Mandy, I bet, would be watching. And she can let me know if it's my mic also. We can always maybe try to change the mic. And I can go, not right now, thank you very much, we'll try. I think I was moving around and dancing a little bit and turning around a lot, so that might have been it. I need to keep my head on straight, not turn my head too much. So we are, okay, sounds good now and no problems. Philip, thank you so much for letting us know that. I sure do appreciate that. Okay, we're in class number 16. It is a very big class, class number 16, and I am sure he is going to cut this class to some extent. We're having fun back here. It's a little on the chilly side. Looks like Gracie Lambright has been pulled. It looks like Colin Parker has been pulled. Colin Parker was pulled. Let's see who else. We've got quite a few. Trying to read brand numbers. Okay, FL Miss Melanie Manso 21 has been pulled. Of course, that is for FL Cattle Company. BRC 159. BRC 159. Okay, that's BRC Bella. Oh, goodness gracious. BRC Ella Bella Boom. Ella Bella Boom. I want to that's almost as good as Hey Soul Sister. I just need, I have horses, and I think I need Rachel to name my horses. I'm just saying. Rachel, if you're out there listening, I need a little help on the naming because you are really good at it. You give us some names that make us want to dance. So it looks like we're excusing a few.
Very nice.
Though they're very, very nice, we're going to let those other gray
this
females
time.
leave.
Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank y'all for raising these cattle, getting them fitted, and bringing us those entries.
Everybody,
here at our
we're having
international
such a good
show in
time.
Houston
I'm
today.
so glad you guys are watching with us. Let me know if the microphones don't work or anything else. We're kind of doing our cameras all over the place, trying to figure out what we are and are not doing. Once we get down to 5. Because we're down to 10, right? Yeah. If you can help me with that top 5, that would be spectacular. Sometimes it's just hard to get to see all the numbers. But again, that was really cool. If you jump into the Brahman Journal Facebook page and you look at, you go back and you look at some of these animals, it is just so cool to see year after year the history of them. Then you can look up their mothers, and I do have people from other countries tell us that that's how they really keep track of a lot of things. Okay, we're getting down to the top. We have the top 6. Top 6. So it looks like we have Gracie up at the top. I believe that that is the FL. We have Brandy. So Watts Ranch is out there. Is Colin still out there? It looks like Colin just got pulled. Colin's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Colin is going to be, no wait, no, sorry. That is going to be Walter's Livestock. I'm going to guess that's Walters Monroe. What do we have, girl? Okay, got it.
It's going to be Gracie. Sorry, didn't
Okay, no, I'm good.
805.
805 just got pulled in.
676.
676, that's Colin, right?
582. Yes.
582. Okay, thank you. Okay, so in 4th place, we're going to have 805, guys. 4th place is going to be 805. That's going to be the Miss J&M Kitty. That is going to be 4th place. Then we have left on the rail. We have Gracie Lambright with her SCS Miss Lisa Marie. That is going to be number 1188 if you are following along in your catalog. Then we're going to have 805 just got pulled in, so we have 676. 676 is going to be the Miss CBR Donna. That is going to be Colin Parker on the stick for Colin's Brahman Ranch. So he is still out there with his heifer. That is, of course, Miss CBR Donna. And then we have Brandy Barnes on 582. I believe And that is going to be Miss Glory B. That's going to be Miss Glory B, 10 over 21. Miss Glory B is going to be a Mr. V8 380 over 6, and she is going to be third. Third place is going to be 582. Third place is going to be 582. We're battling it out, and we are going to have, we're going to have, I'm sure Babe Scott's pretty excited right now, so congratulations, Lisa Marie. And of course, let's listen to the judge.
The quality runs really deep. We're going to start with the female that I think just has the best body composition of anything we've got in the ring right now. She's really deep-bodied. I love her through the center portion of her body. You know, maybe she could be a little deeper in that four-rib and tie in better with that shoulder into her body, but that's just nitpicky. That's a really nice female, really long spine female. Young lady does a nice job showing her. The heifer that comes second is one that I think she just kind of complements that first place heifer in terms of the rib shape and the center and the middle of that heifer. She's one that's really long-sided, really good down her top. I like the pigmentation. I like the way that this heifer gets out and moves. The heifer that comes in third is one that probably a little bit larger frame when you compare to the heifer in second. She probably is one that we want to pick her up just a little bit in her pin set, make her a little bit more level down her top. The heifer that we have standing in fourth place, that's another really very attractive female from the side, stands on a good foot shape, good bone, really nice down her top, probably gets a little bit wide through that chest floor when you compare her to the ones in front of her. I think if we could just taper her down, smooth her in through those shoulders, I'd like her much better. Nice heifer comes next, very practical, very functional, made female, just need to see her a little bit better in her top line to compete any higher. Congratulations.
We appreciate the overview, Mr. Colors. And ladies and gentlemen, taking first place honors here in your Gray 16 class. 1188, the entry number, shown by Scott Cattle Service. Gracie Lambert, the owner, Danbury, Texas. Second in this class to 676 from Collins Brahman Ranch. Patricia Collins, the owner, Chilton, Texas. Your third place went to 582 Watts Ranch, showing for Glory B. Brahmans, Wortham, Texas. Fourth in that class went to 805 Gilbert Martinez, owner and exhibitor of Brenham, Texas. Fifth went to 1476. That's entry from Walters Livestock of Brenham, Texas. Your sixth place award to 1245 Bullseye Ranch, showing for Ross Turner, Burton, Texas. Seventh in that class, going to 1218 Emma Smith, exhibiting for Jones Farms of Maringouin, Louisiana. Your eighth place award to 804 Riley Wilson, owner and exhibitor, Brenham, Texas. Ninth place to 688, exhibited by FL Cattle Company, Leighton Joe Jefferson, the owner, Angleton, Texas. And 10th in the class to 1514, exhibited by Phelan Robb, owner and exhibitor, Weatherford, Texas. Congratulations to our 10 ribbon winners in Class 16. And ladies and gentlemen, in your show arena at this time, Class 17 females are those that were born in January and February of 2021. And we have 22 females in this particular class.
All right, we're going to test 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was a little bit of a kerfuffle moment. We had to make sure our equipment was still okay. It was up close and personal there for a little bit. up close and personal. So let's go ahead and talk about our class winners in class number 16. We're now in 17, but we did have some class winners in 16. Our class winner in 16 was SCS Miss Lisa Marie 40/1. Again, this is the intermediate division, guys, the intermediate division of the gray show. And second was the CBR Miss CBR Donna 755/1. That is Miss CBR Donna, Miss 755/1. And so let's just talk a little bit about those two females because they really have won so very much. They're both outstanding. You would never expect anything less here at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. All of the cattle are just so amazing. And of course, this is our international show. So we're very excited for all of you to join us and watch the show. So our class winner there, let's run down some of her accomplishments. In 2023, she was the Fort Worth Stock Show Reserve Grand and Reserve Junior Champion female. Of course, she is SCS Miss Lisa Marie 40/1. She is sired by Mr. V8 48/8 and is out of SCS Miss Independence 007. Gracie Lambright is the owner, and of course, that is Babe Scott and Scott Cattle Services. I know you've seen her, quite a few ads on her because she is super special. 2023 Heart of Texas Association Grand and Junior Champion, gray female, SCS Miss Lisa Marie. So in 2023, she was the Heart of Texas Association Grand and Junior Champion, Heart of Texas Junior Show Grand and Junior Champion, the ABBA Winter Classic Reserve Junior Champion, the ABBA International Brahman Show. On the green shavings last year, you will remember seeing her taking that Reserve Calf Championship to the Lady H Miss Lisa, who of course was just crowned the champion, Miss Champion of the World. Miss World, I believe, is what PJ Butler, that's the official title. But the female that beat her in that calf championship was a Lady H, and she has gone on to win Grand Champion like every time she's shown. So nothing taking away from the SCS Miss Lisa Marie. She really has had some very tough competition throughout her show career and really has come up to the top. Intermediate champion at the ABBA National Brahman Show. She was the Grand Champion at the South Texas Fair Junior Show. Dixie National, she was Grand and Calf Champion back in 2022. So again, over and over again, Gracie Lambright and her very special female, SCS Miss Lisa Marie 40/1. And then if you talk about the second in class, she is a very special female also that I know that Collins Brahman Ranch is probably very excited about and looking forward to when they do have offspring by her. She was the junior champion gray female at the San Antonio show, and so she also has had a great show career and is a special female. She is sired by Mr. V8 976/7. So that is our first and second place in that previous class. We are now going down to class 17, which is our final class of the.
One of the heifers bumped on your camera, on the one on the right. I don't know if it's yours. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Because it moved.
Yeah, I moved it, but I'll go back and check it again. Thank you so much. So yeah, we were talking about one of our cameras getting attacked by a cow. So we are in class number 17. This is the final class of the junior division in the ABBA International Show. So this is the junior division. We're going to see how bad the camera is. I think we're okay. Is that okay? I'm on mute. Okay, B.R. Cottrell, thank you for watching with us. And Olivia Watkins, thanks for watching. And Art, thanks for watching from Thailand. And Nacogdoches, Bradley, thank you for watching with us. Philip Gilstrap, hey Philip, how are you? It has been a fun day. We have the sound off. Yeah, I think we can turn off the sound off. I mean, I think we can remove that. There you go. Okay. So, thank you guys for watching. That is the link to the show program in case you need it. We are in class number 17, So we are in the final class of the junior division. We are down to the top 5. We're down to the top 5. I'll see if we can get some numbers. Looks like we have Walters Livestock up at the top.
1477.
1477, yes.
I cannot see the rest.
1477 is going to be the Miss V8 472 over 9. We'll see if we can get some numbers. Can you message?
595 just went out.
Okay, 595 got pulled. Can you message Brandolyn and ask her for some numbers? 595. 595 is going to be 5th. 4th. Okay, they're walking, so we're in good shape. We're going to get some numbers. Okay, so in 5th is going to be 595. We have 1477 left in the arena. 1271.
652.
Uh-huh.
And 1547.
Okay, so we have 1477 in the arena. That's going to be Miss V8 472 over 9. That is a Mr. V8 322 over 8 daughter out of Miss V8 829 over 6. We have 1271 still in the arena. That is going to be CT Lady Jessie Manso. That's Broussard Cattle Company. And that is going to be a Trump daughter out of CT Lady Rhino. And then, CT Lady Riley Manso. And then we have 652 is Miss CE 1 over 21. Miss CE 120, is that this one right here? Yeah. Okay, so what are we left with? We are left with, what are we down to? What are the last two?
Last two is
The Circle T,
17.
that's going to be the 1271, and what's the very last one? 1547, I think you told me. I don't think that's the right number. Maybe 13. What?
You already choose.
Okay, where'd we go?
2 nice females in this class. Got some give and take on the top pair. Like the female we started with, I think she's just one that's a little longer spine, particularly from nose to tail. Just a female that maintains that integrity of her spine from her back through her loin and out of that rump. A female that stands on a good hoof design, stands on enough bone for me today. Just a well-muscled, very balanced type female. Good female standing in second. That's one when you get behind her, she's got a lot of muscle, a lot of power to her as well. She's starting to get a little bit more condition up through that brisket when you compare her to the heifer that wins it, but that's a good female, good moderate type female. The one that comes next is one that's really long-sided. She gets a little bit flatter maybe in terms of her muscle pattern, but she's one that's very maternal in her look. I like that about her. The one that stands in fourth is one that is the more moderate in her time, one that maybe just like to see get out and move just a little better, wants to get a little bit compact from her shoulders forward. The female that comes next is a really nice, powerful female, one that is really nice and long down her top line, stands on good bone. She's one that maybe just want to give her a little bit more fore-ripped and a little more middle through the center portion of her body. Nice females all the way down. Congratulations on a good set of heifers.
Here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm muted there. Okay, there we go. All right, in that class, we had CT Lady Jessie Manso, 2 over 21. That is going to be a Trump daughter out of the CT Lady Riley Manso. So CT Lady Jessie Manso for the Broussard, and that again is going to be She was junior champion gray female with Dakota Smith on the stick at the 2023 Cattlemen's Congress. She was the 2022 East Texas State Fair Reserve Junior Champion, State Fair of Texas Open Show Reserve Junior Champion in 2022. She was also the 2022 ARCLA Miss Reserve Champion, so congratulations. And then, of course, in second, we had the entry Miss CE 1/21. She's going to be the 2022 LJBA State Summer Show Grand and Intermediate Champion, the Jambalaya Classic Junior Show Reserve Grand and Intermediate Champion, the Sugar Classic Junior Show Grand Champion, the Jambalaya Classic Open Show Reserve Calf Champion, just on and on, lots and lots of wins. So now we're coming back in for our championship drive here in the junior, our championship drive in our junior. Coming in for class 15 is going to be Miss 5H Harper, 6/1. We ran through some of those wins. That's going to be a Mr. BER 427, which of course is Trump daughter. And we were just talking about the fact that in class 17, we also have the Mr. BER 427. So we have two Trump daughters out of this class, 3 animals that are being considered for championship consideration. So the very first female in class 15 and the last female in class 17 both are Trump daughters. So that's what they have in common. And the dam of class 15's winner is Miss 5H Aspen. Now in our second class, that's 16, that's SCS Miss Lisa Marie. SCS Miss Lisa Marie.
Again, a really nice
Let's listen to the
division
judge.
of gray Brahman females. I think we've got some individuals out here that certainly fit me. There's just some good breeding stock. We've got some cattle out here with good body compositions, some that are really good from the ground up, long and level down their top line, tremendous amount of rib shape. I'll show you the 2 that I like best. Let's give them a big round of applause. Nice set of heifers.
Going into the arena, Judd Colors is going into the arena, and he has picked Lisa Marie. You got some people crying, some people pretty excited. Yeah.
Champion here in the division going to entry 1188.
So Skip. So we have some happy people, super happy, and congratulations. And then in reserve champion.
Texas taking the champion. And your reserve honors go to the winner of class 15 from Walters Livestock, showing for Brian Harris.
Okay, and Bryn with her Trump daughter is going to be the reserve champion in the junior. That was Bryn Harris, was reserve junior champion here. She was the winner of class 15, and as we were discussing, there were actually 2 Trump daughters. That's of course Bullseye Ranch's Trump. That is the BER 427 bull. He was 2-time show bull of the year, and we're very impressed with what he is producing, as I do think that probably Bryn is also probably pretty excited. That is a big win here at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo to be crowned our reserve junior champion. And of course SCS Miss Lisa Marie, the Babe Scott and his family, they're just such good people. So everyone that's been winning they're really great people. It's Brahman family. We just love our Brahman family so much. So congratulations to all those breeders. And when you look at all these pedigrees and you see over and over again all of the animals that it takes to create these beautiful, beautiful animals, it's so impressive. Like for example, we're looking at SCS Miss Lisa Marie, and she is a daughter of SCS Miss Independence. But when you look back at that, that's a Cavalier, Mr. H. Cavalier, who is also sired by the SS Principi de Siguacan. We have really good friends there at Siguacan. That's Jose Luis Valdez, our good friend there. And so, you know, it takes the world to make these Brahmins, and they're all champions in my mind. So, junior champion out of class 16, SCS Miss Lisa Marie for Scott Cattle Services and Gracie Lambright. And again, the reserve junior champion, I think Bryn should be very proud of that. Class 15. We're now moving into the senior division of the red female. Senior division of the red female will be going into the grand championship after this. So it's winding our day down. And then we're actually not winding our day down because we'll actually go from the arena into the party. The international meet and greet party will be what we will go to next, and then following up by the international sale. So the day is just beginning. We're in the senior division, guys, senior division of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Senior red division of Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. This is, of course, the American Brahman Breeders Association international show. As we were discussing with some people earlier, we have about 1,100 head of cattle that we're sorting through. About 1,100 head of cattle is what we are sorting through. Nope, guess not. Okay, so we are here in the red show. This is a class number 20. Alrighty. So for those of you who have been asking, and just so you know, there are a few animals that we missed having a pedigree on in the program. It's because the exhibitors either put in the wrong ABBA number or something happened that caused that. Those people weren't left out. It just happened. So we are again in class number 20. For those of you who have been asking what class we're on, class number 20 of the red show. Class number 20 of the red show. And we're going to see, we have 4 left. Let's find out who we have left. We have Casseret. Casseret Ranch is still out in the arena. We're going to say that that is going to be 1611. Then it looks like we're going to have 27-7. Is she getting pulled in? Yeah, she's going to be 4th. That is going to be 4th, and that's going to be J. Lee Rushing. J. Lee Rushing with her Ms. W2 Smokin' Lacey. J. Lee Rushing is moving into that 4th spot. We are down to 3, down to 3. What 3 do we have? Can we catch any of those numbers? No numbers. Can you catch this number right here? Oh wait, we got it. And here comes Brandel running down the wild. Okay, who do we have?
2206 is on the end.
Okay.
Correct. And 11 is in the middle. And 1721 is on the far end.
Okay, 1721, right? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Alrighty, guys. So we have Miss H.C.'s Foxy Pasco. That is going to be a Keen Swanner. I think Pasquale is probably on there, but we're not 100% sure.
She is branded.
She's branded Herzog? Okay, that's perfect. So it looks like he's going to be first. Okay, 2206 is going to be our class winner. Then we're going to go to the 6W Tequila. Let's listen to the judge.
Females in this class. I think we've got some functionality. I think the one that comes to the top just does so in terms of her overall length of body. She's so very feminine. I like the way that her shoulders angle into that forerib, long and extended out of the top part of her shoulder. She's one that obviously is pregnant, so we like that about her. Just a real nice place to start. The one that comes second, that's a really good moderate type female, one that's got good base width to her, one that's, when you read her right in over her top, tremendous amount of muscle and loin. I think just a really good second place female. Maybe not quite the overall length and extension of the one that wins the class. The heifer that comes in third is one that I really like the pigmentation. I like the breed character to this female. Like to give her a little more rib shape, maybe make her a little bit deeper into that hindquarter on down into that twist to compete any higher. Really nice female that comes next. more moderate in her frame size, but one that's got a lot of muscle to her. Like to see more hump placement on this female. She's just a nice, very functional type female, good breeding piece. And on down, we've got some heifers that are very functional. They're just a little bit base narrow for me to compete any higher. Congratulations.
And thank you very much. And here are your results out of Class 20. First goes to entry 2206, Miss H.C. Foxy's Pasco, 140 over 0.
We are on now. Good. Okay. In first place, we had the Pasquale on the stick for Keen Swanner. That was a Herzog branded female. So that is going to be Miss H.C. Foxy's Pasco. If you're following along in your catalog, I'm so sorry. She doesn't have any information. They gave us the wrong ABBA number. So that came out at the very end. So that is the SRS Mr. Pasco 812. And then out of Miss WCC Foxy Cleopatra. So again, Watkins Cattle Company is listed as the breeder on the ABBA site, but she has a H brand for Herzog cattle. So that is Miss H.C. Foxy's Pasco, 140 over 0, owned by Keen Swanner and shown, of course, by Pasquale. So thank you guys for watching. Raymond, thank you for watching. Maybe you're going to come to Mexico with us. We're just asking. Okay, we are moving into, and in second place, so sorry, we had the 6W Tequila 176. This is going to be a Moreno Mr. Risky Intentions daughter out of Moreno Miss Lady Ruthie. And that is going to be shown by Peyton Martin. The breeder was Moreno Ranches, so 6W Tequila 176. And that's a good name. That heifer's name that was second in class, 6W Tequila. I'm just thinking that sounds like a pretty good name right now. There you go. So 6W Tequila 176 was the 2022 Sugar Classic Open Brahman Show Reserve Junior Champion. She was also a class winner at the 2022 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So congratulations for her second place in this very competitive show. We have a little bit of music going on, a little bit of partying. So we are now in class 21 of the red females. The judge is asking for them to walk now. And the reason, we've had some people ask us why we went down earlier. We went down because Facebook thought we'd been up too long. So it happens. It just so happens. Yes, exactly.
I got almost the exact same one.
Party has started, and it's not our party, so it's not our fault. I'm not sound off. Am I sound off? I don't want to be sound off. Okay, so Alyssa and I were just talking, and last year, Gracie Lambright got reserve calf champion, and her mom was super, super excited, and we got some great photos of her getting very emotional, and so it was very cool that Alyssa could be trained in on that same mom and get the same kind of photos this year. So it's just fun when we see these people who are so very passionate about the breed, passionate about what they do. We're all excited when we win, but it's always fun to watch the moms and the families and the grandmoms Yeah, Dakota's grandma has been watching, so she's pretty excited. So it's always fun when we get to enjoy the show through the eyes of the family members, and that's always fun. So yesterday we were at the Heritage Field Day. We were at the Heritage Field Day, and it was the International Field Day. Actually, it was the ABBA International Field Day hosted there at Heritage Cattle Company, and it was really fun because there were so many international breeders, and they had an international roundtable. And one of the things that was really cool for me, and Iran was there with me, was that Arnaldo Becce, he was asked a question about what was something that was a memory that he was really excited about. One of his good memories from what the Brahmins do. And his dad is the one that kind of got him into breeding Brahman cattle, and he does it with his whole family, his girls, his wife. His mom and dad are very involved. And we were at the Expica Rotativa in Costa Rica, and we just happened to be live streaming a little of the show. We weren't planning on doing the whole show. We weren't sure about our internet, but we live streamed it, and he was Grand Champion Bull, and he got us to send him the video where he was awarded Grand Champion Bull, and then his girls come running out, they jump on him, and so it was really fun to see the use of our video and the memories that we helped people make that if we hadn't been there, they might not have had. So again, we appreciate you guys watching. Can't say how much we appreciate it when you let us know how excited you are. So this was 1690 coming in for the 4th place. That is Dietering Red Brahmins coming in 4th in that class. So that was, yep, DB Southern Style 1/812. She's going to end up with a 4th place finish, which is very, very good here at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo in the International Show. Again, this is class number 22, red-aged summer heifers. And these are going to be our cows born May 1st through August 31st. And it looks like we have crowned a winner, and the winner is? Are we just walking? Okay,
This senior category,
1647
we're
is going to
getting
be
some of these females where we're starting to take on the look of brood cows, and I think we've got one that surfaces to the top real easy, in my opinion. She's one that certainly was pregnant on time, not one we have to wait on. She probably got bred on that 1st or 2nd heat cycle, but this is a really good female from the ground up. Good base width to this female, really a lot of center to this female, really deep through her forerib and the center portion of her body. She maintains that depth through her rear flank. I really like the hip and the muscle pattern of this female. The one that comes next is one that stands on a really good, big foot and good bone, one that's moderate in her size, but boy, she's packed full of muscle. She might get a little bit weaker right from hooks to pins when compared to that heifer that wins the class, but I like the ideal breed character that she has. Really nice hump placement, just a real good breeding piece. The one that comes next is a long spine female, probably the longest one in the class. She gets a little choppy off both ends for me. I'd like her to get out and reach and just take a better step. If I could just give a little more shot, more bone to that heifer standing in 4th place. I like her long lines. She's one that's got some natural muscle to her, very good hump placement. Just need to see a little more bone, a little more power to compete any higher. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Colors. And here's your results in Class 21. First went to entry 50.
We had the PCC Mariah 47/0. That's going to be a Maximus daughter out of CT Miss Karen Rhino. A Maximus daughter out of CT Miss Karen Rhino. She was the 2023 National Dixie National Senior Champion Red Female, the 2023 Kissimmee Valley Senior Champion, the 2023 Florida State Fair Grand and Senior Champion. She was 2022 Heartland Classic Reserve Grand, and going on and on. And I'm a little too loud?
I'm going to start with this pair. I think that this cow's one that just balances up really nice in terms of her body composition. She's really long and level down her top line. Ideal hump placement, just a lot of breed character there. Maybe if you'd want to change her back or udder just a little bit, you want to separate those teats just a little bit. I think that would make it more ideal. But she is doing a good job nursing a really nice heifer calf. The one that's second is a female that's got power. She stands on a lot of bone. Maybe one we'd like to take and slide that hump back just over those shoulders a little bit, make her just a little bit more level from hooks to pins. But that female's got a lot of muscle, a lot of good breeding pieces there. The one that comes next is a really long-sided female, one that you really have to like her on the move. Maybe she gets just a little bit heavier through that brisket area, carrying a little more condition than what I like today. Another good female in fourth place. I really like her from kind of her hook bone forward. From hooks to pins, she wants to slope a little bit on me, but that's a really nice female, nice hump placement, a nice base width on that female. Lots of good things. Things to be said about the next one coming in behind her, one that's just a really nice breeding piece, very functional in her movement and her design. Just like to improve her in that top line to move her up any higher in the class. Good females all the way down. Congratulations.
Alrighty, we're going to see if I've muted myself or if I'm good to go. We're good to go. All right, so we were having to find out who was who in there. So the Moreni Miss Lady Richie Mia was first. That was first.
Entry number 2136, Moreno Miss Lady Richie Mia, 868 over 2. Moreno Ranches of Riesel, your honor exhibitor. Second went to entry number 2137, also Moreno Ranch entry. Third went to entry 31.
And that was Lady Richie. So she wasn't in the book, but we can certainly get you that information.
1811, J&L Cattle Services, Henson Brothers Cattle, and Armored Cattle are your owners out of Bryan, Louisiana. Fifth went to entry 1812, also J&L Cattle, Henson Brothers Cattle, and Ryan Mac Simpson on that one. Oh, excuse me, just J.O. Cattle and Henson Brothers Cattle on that one out of Bryan, Louisiana. Six went to entry 17.
So we're not 100% sure the name of the second place entry because she was not in the book.
Paradise Islands exhibiting Claire
So we'll see if we can find her someplace. But first place went to Moreno Miss Lady Richie Mia. Moreno Miss Lady Richie Mia. She is going to be a rock star daughter out of the LB Lady Violet Manso. And in second, we had the other Moreno entry, which we don't have her information, but she is Rizzy. So we're going to go with that. And how's our internet holding up now, Mr. Ron? Any better? Good to know. So we are in class number.
Claudia, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Where can I?
All right, we are in I'm sorry? Class 23. This is going to be the last class of the red females. Last class of the red females. Okay. Thank you so much. We are trying to get the add-on. So that was Lady Ricci. That was Rizzo. I'm gonna. Yeah, there was no name. She was an add-on. So it's Rizzy. So I'm not 100% sure how we spell Rizzy for Moreno, but I bet you we can go to Moreno's website and find that out. I'm gonna see if I can find out. So I'm gonna ask Mandy, if you will, or text message Kelvin Moreno. Nobody knows the name of the cow that was second. If you WhatsApp him, I'll bet you he can give you her name. Okay? So that would be spectacular. I have a feeling that Miss Mandy can get the information for us. So Mandy, if you can try to get the information on the female that was second in the class, because I have a feeling that Kelvin Moreno will know. Okay, we are down to the top three. Top three. Okay, down to the top three. And who do we have out there?
1946.
1946. That is going to be the Via Elena 20.
476.
476.
I cannot reach the best part.
There is no 476.
2110.
2110? 21. There is no 2110.
That's what it says.
I know, it's just like everybody's wearing the wrong number.
1476 is the first one.
I don't even have a 1476. Okay, we're getting down to where we don't have numbers. That's it. Moreno Miss Lady Rizzy Mia. That is it. Yep, that is it. So we've got the name on the other one, and we'll see if Moreno Miss Lady Romea out there. We also have, so that's going to be, I believe, 2138. We're also going to have the double A female. The double A female is Walters Livestock on the stick. So that's going to be Miss Double A 380/1. They're sitting in the very first hole. That is going to be a Mr. V8 279/7 daughter out of Moreno Miss Lady Rosabelle. Then it looks like we're going to have in the second hole, we're going to have the Moreno entry, and we're going to guess, since Moreno only has one entry in there, that it's going to be Moreno Miss Lady Romea, and she is going to be a Mr. Risky Intentions daughter out of Moreno Miss Lady Ritmo, and then in the third spot down here is going to be Santa Elena. So let's see what we got. Looks like in third you're going to have Walters.
We've got some really nice cow-calf pairs in this class, and apologize for taking just a minute more to kind of sort through these. The female that starts the class is one, I think she's just the longest spine female in the class. I think when you look at her in terms of her overall body composition, she's just deeper, more rib shape to this female. She's softer made in terms of her flank, just longer from hooks to pins. She's just got more natural muscle than anything else in this class. The one that comes second is one that I really like the hump placement. I like the breed character of this female. She's one that gets droops a little bit from hooks to pins. Some of that will be expected whenever she has a calf, but this is a really nice cow. Probably just gets a little bit wide through that chest floor for me. I like to kind of gather her up a little bit through those shoulders. Nice pair comes next, just more practical in terms of her build, one that's very functional. Just gets a little overpowered with those two that go in front of her. The one that comes in fourth is a nice long spine type female. I like to give her a shot more bone, shot more muscle to compete higher in this particular class. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Colors. And here are your results in Class 23. First went to entry 2138, female Moreno Miss Lady Romeo.
So we have our entry in our last class that we were wondering about that was second. That is going to be Moreno Miss Lady Risi Mia. I'm going to tell you guys that this last class was won by entry number 2138. And then in second, we had the double A, which was going to be, we had the Santa Elena, We had the Santa Elena entry, which is going to be 1946. 1946 was the Santa Elena entry. So 2138 and 1946. The Santa Elena entry is going to be VL Elena 20/0. That's going to be a VL Rojo Bravo, and then Alta VL Elena 165/4. So again, we had Moreno Miss Lady Romea, and then the Santa Elena entry. So coming in for consideration for champion, yes. Okay, so we're going to have Miss HC Foxy's Pascal 140/0. This is going to be a entry of Keen Swanner with Pasquale Sonner on the stick. Then we're going to have the PCC Mariah 47/0. This is going to be a Mr. WCC Maximus Rojo daughter out of CT Miss Karen Rhino. This is going to be shown by IS Ranch and is owned by Chandler Phillip and bred by Circle T Cattle. In that next class, which was class number 22, we're going to be Moreno Miss Lady Ricci Mia. Moreno Miss Lady Ricci Mia is a Moreno Mr. Rockstar daughter and out of the LB of Lady Violet Manso. And then in that last class, we also went back to Moreno. Moreno Miss Lady Romea, and that is Moreno Mr. Risky Intentions daughter out of Moreno Miss Lady Ritmo. So those are our 4 that are in for championship consideration. Those are our 4 in for championship consideration. And then we will be back and we'll be deciding. I believe they're going to go straight into the Grand Championship. It would make a lot of sense, but you never know. So we'll see if we're going to go into the Grays and then, yeah, I'm thinking we're going to go into the Grays and then we'll do the Grand Championship. So again,
Well, I'll tell you what, I have to amen the comments you just made. This is a really nice adult category. We've had some really nice red Brahman females to look at. Yeah, I'm not saying we've had the ideal female in this particular division, but I think when you look at them from the youngest to the oldest, we've really got some practical type cattle. Cattle that can go out and make a living in the grass. They've got a lot of a rib shape to them. They're very structurally, they're very sound. They've got some base width to them, and most importantly, they're very functional. We didn't necessarily use the biggest cattle today, but I think we've got some out here that fit me real well. They've got some body capacity to them. They've got some muscling, and I think that's what this is all about. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and select our senior and reserve senior champion. Again, let's give them a big round of applause. They worked hard today.
so and he went to the female out of the last class. That is going to be Kelvin Moreno with his, and then he went to reserve senior champion is going to be Bethlyn Bishop, IS Fitting Services, and that is going to be the PCC Mariah. So Moreno Miss Lady Richie Mia is going to be our champion senior. Champion senior is the Moreno Miss Lady Richie Mia. And our reserve champion goes to the PCC Mariah 47/0. Of course, that is shown for Chandler Phillip and shown by Bethlyn Bishop of IS Ranch Fitting Services. So that was our reserve senior champion here at the you need help? Yeah. Yeah, can you guys? So that was our championship drive in the Reds. We will be coming back with we'll come back with our Grand Champion drives shortly after the Gray. So we'll go to the Gray. And then we will go to the the Gray Senior Division, Gray Senior. So if you guys are looking for specific classes, we are on Anthony Smith. We are on class number. We still have Senior Championship Drive on here, I think. Oh, changed it. Good job. All right. So we are on class number 20. Class number 20 in the Grays. Class number 20 in the Grays. We have 9 head. Then we're going to go into class 21, then class 22, followed by class 23, and then we'll be moving into the Grand Championship Drive. The judge has gone through a number of cattle very, very rapidly, but in a very good manner. I think that he's done a great job with his reasons. Hillary is watching with us from Elgin Breeding Service, and she is right behind us, and she is going to be one of our Bull Day sponsors. So we're super excited. We're going to go ahead and go through a couple of our commercials really, really quick so we can again thank all of our sponsors. Make sure you thank them because without them, I couldn't afford the internet. So again, thank you to our Female Day sponsors. That again, of course, is Casseret Ranch. Casseret Ranch They have, they're over in the blue section. You need to go visit with them. They're one of the top breeders of red Brahman cattle. They have registered quite a few. When we do our lists where we talk about who has registered the most and that sort of thing, Castaway Ranch always pops up to the top. That again is going to be Cesar Castro, and we really thank him for his sponsorship. Then we're going to move to the Mr. V8 Redman. That's going to be the 195 over 8 bull. That, of course, is Mr. V8 Redman. Heart BC Brahmans, they have 2 bulls that you can go to. We really are excited about the Phoenix bull, which we have not seen his progeny yet, but the Redman bull has really knocked it out of the park over and over again. So again, we Heart BC, we thank them for their sponsorship. And moving on to Rio Ranch, that's where all the sound is coming from over there. I think they're having a party already. They're gonna have their grand opening and a really great day there at the ranch. It's from 12 until 4 is when the actual party kind of starts, but you can come from 12 until 4 and see the cattle, and then from 4 on we're going to have some demonstrations of some horses, that sort of thing, so it'll be really, really great. And then we want to thank 79 Cattle. That, of course, is Taylor and Mallory Tate. 79 Cattle is there in Jordanton, Texas. They have a great special going on right now. It's kind of fun. Take a photo with either their banner or with them here at the facility, and you can tag them in a Facebook post with that banner, and you have an opportunity to win some embryos. There's some information about it on the Brahman Journal Facebook page, as well as 79 Cattle. So again, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate all that you do for us. And we are so glad, Mike, that you can watch from home. And you're saying that the audio had a lot of breakup. I'm not sure about that. We're not hearing any breakup on the audio. Who is breaking up on the audio? Is it my audio or is it the judges? Because the judge has had a little bit of breakup on the audio. Not sure how our sound is. Usually everyone tells us the sound is not good. Excuse me? Oh yeah, I know, I saw Baxter in there. That is so cool. Whoa, okay. We need that other neck gear. We need to swap out that other neck gear. It needs to come over here.
¿Puedes traer el netting, por favor? No hay que cambiarlo otra vez.
All right, we're gonna ask Mike Poplin if this is just a little bit better or if we still have a lot of static. So.
It's not static, it's the...
Oh. Yeah, that static's not from us. That static's from all the other. Okay, it looks like we have a winner. Looks like we have a winner. Oh my goodness. Wow. We have 771, but it looks like Baxter kind of stayed in there.
Being very functional, just moderate in her build, one that's just very practical. When you think about economic efficiency, you kind of land right here on this female. There's some bigger cattle, taller cattle in the class, but I don't think that there's any with more rib shape. She's one that is very balanced from front to rear, really long and level down her top line, stands very square on her feet and legs, just a really nice female. It's got a good female that's really long-sided. She may be a little longer-sided than the one that wins the class. I don't think she's got as much forerib as that one that wins the class, but boy, she's really good in terms of being bred on time. I like that about her. I like her weight, the shoulder, the angulation of her shoulder, and how she's so up-headed. Just a real nice presence here in the show ring. Congratulations to you. The female next is one that's really balanced. She's really long and level down her top line, got a nice hump placement to her. She's one that is really is soft-made. She really gets just regulation than what I particularly like when you watch her move. But when you watch her stand still, the young lady does a nice job getting her shown. Really nice female comes next, very practical in her build. Smaller frame female, but one that certainly has some muscle shape to her. She's starting to get a little heavy through that brisket and chest floor. I think we can say the same about the heifers behind them. They're starting to get a little more conditioned than what I like particularly in this age group. Congratulations.
Very much.
Okay, we're going to see. 1, 2, there we go. Okay, in first place we have ECC LG Blanche 557/1. She, of course, has won quite a bit already. That's the ECC LG Blanche, and she is a ECC Axe Pole Rio King 620. And then I think one of our shortest showmen probably was second in that big class. That is Baxter Whitworth, who we visited with earlier today. He had his Miss KB Juno. KB Juno is a Mr. Louis Vuitton daughter out of Miss CBR 433/8. So congratulations to 771 and 1509. We're moving into class 21. Class 21 next. Thank you guys for watching. We're really excited. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of static on the sound. There wasn't earlier. Do you think that the static is coming from, was there earlier static like that? It's the arena. Yeah, we don't have a lot of choice on that. Yep, but we are really pleased to be here and live streaming. Sorry that there's a touch of static. So coming in, class 21, followed by 22, and then 23.
We're now in class 21.
We're in class 21.
Females born during September and October 2020 have 14 head in this particular class.
Come here, look. See? Two, 1, 2, 3. Okie dokie. Hey, Julie, we're really sorry about that. We were talking about internet because it's super expensive. It was giving us a little bit of a problem, and we were trying to fix that. But Julie, we always appreciate it when we get a little help from our friends telling us that we maybe need to turn our sound back on or whatever. Thank you, Philip Gilstrap, for telling us that we're doing a good job. We really appreciate that. We're going to be going to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and see how the internet works there. This year, we're hoping to have decent internet. We're praying for that. Praying for that every day, Philip. I'm thinking Hattiesburg, Mississippi needs a big old tower for us. Just saying. So our internet here at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is off the charts expensive. For the same plan that we had last year, it is $8,000. No, Julie, we just put that up after you said that. We put up that sound off after you said that. We can always use a little help. I leave that thing on and I forget to turn it away when I have my sound on, and then I turn my sound off and I forget to turn it back on. So Julie, thank you so much. We want to give you the best viewing experience possible because we know you have some kids. Yeah, I know, Philip, we definitely need to have that internet. Yeah, it needs to be a little better than it is. So anyway, so we are here in Houston at the ABBA International Show. Super excited to be here. Here's the show program guide. We've made it all the way through the entire red show. We are now in the gray show, the last part of the gray show. So we've gotten all the way through except for that grand championship decision. We'll see who gets slapped with that grand championship there in the red show. We'll be running through those champions here in a little while. But right now we're in the gray show. We're in this class and two more before we go into that championship consideration. This class and two more. So we are really excited to be here. We have some really great showmen in here and some really great cattle. I think that everyone would say that Judd Colors has sorted through these cattle in a very fair and good manner. And thank you so much, Brahman Journal team. You can watch the gray female senior classes. So these comments, we'll put them also up in the comments, and we'll do that because that way you can scrub through. Also, once we upload it to YouTube, you'll be able to watch the YouTube and be able to point at that specific point so that if you want to see a specific person. And again, the reason why we have sponsor logos and the reason why we have sponsors that help us with this is because without these sponsors, I'm not thinking I could afford a $8,000 internet bill unless I had a little help from my friends. So again, it's kind of an amazing thing to be here with all our equipment and the internet. I'm going to grab that one and I'm going to gimbal some of these later senior classes so you guys can stay on your cameras.
Oh, are you
Yep.
coming to the next class?
I think I might go do the last couple classes. I'm tired of staying back here. So I think on class 23, I'm going to just jump on in there and
22.
Oh, 22, yeah. Well, that's the next class, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm just tired of standing around, so I just thought I would kind of gimbal on in there. We're on class 21 right now. We're on class 21. Next class is 22. And I don't know, I was kind of hoping you girls would maybe come back here and do the talking and let me go take some photos. Y'all wouldn't. Y'all were mean to me. So I'm just going to jump in a gimbal and I'm just going to gimbal through. Because I always think it's kind of fun in those later classes where you can get kind of closer with the gimbal and the camera. So it'll be a lot of fun. You know, and then there's calves in that class, and that's so hard to get good photos when, you know, those females have calves at side. So, hey, did you guys see Baxter? He was second.
I got that. Great photo.
Was he so excited? That was fun. You know, he came and interviewed with us and talked to us about his red heifer, and I'm like, he didn't make the cut, but he said, you know, it was a really good experience, and that he was very pleased. It was good for her to be in the arena and get that experience. So, those of you who have not met Baxter, I have a feeling you will meet him. He will probably be president someday. I mean, Baxter Whitworth, he will probably be president. He is a very special young man. And then we, I think, are kind of cutting into our time for the international meet and greet party. It's going on right now, but of course, I think most people are here. All right, we are down to the top 8. The top 8 in this class 21. The top 8 in this class 21. Girls have worked hard all day. Not only the team here, sorry, Ron, the guy worked hard too. The guy worked really hard. Iran has had a headset on all day. We've been standing back here in the booth area all day trying to fight with the internet and make sure it stayed up. All right, we are down to the top 5. Down to the top 5. It looks like we have a Tyler Cohen branded female in there. We have a Tyler Cohen branded female. That is going to be a BCC Lady Magnolia. I'm going to bet that is, yep, Boga Cheetah. So that last hole, the very last female that is still in the lineup, that is going to 704. We have 704 in there. Yep, I got that one because I know the brand. Who else do we have? I know we have Thibodeau Brahman out there. Yeah. Yep. And so we're going to have 1328. If you're following along in your book, 1328 is going to be in that second hole. Who's in that very first spot? V8's in the first spot. I think that's going to have to be Miss V8 407 over 9. That's going to 12.99 just pulled 13.99. Oh, for the 13.99. So the Boga Cheetah animal ended up being 4th. Well, 13 what? 28. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I saw that. And who else? Oh, okay. BRC Lady Glitter Sparkle. Well, who's leading Lady Glitter Sparkle? No?
It's Harley.
Oh, like.
Rude.
Okay.
It is now on.
But Molly, where's Molly? Maybe she wasn't. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have 3 females left. The 4th place, we have 2 now. Okay, Thibodeau Brahman Ranch ended up being 3rd. 4th is going to be the BCC. 3rd is going to be the BRC Miss Dolly, Thibodeau Brahman Ranch. So 2nd or 1st, we're going to go with the V8 or the BRC Lady Glitter Sparkle. That is a captain daughter out of BRC Sweetie. And then the Miss V8 407 over 9 is going to be a machine daughter. That's 380 over 6. And out of Miss V8 483 over 8. We're wondering where Molly is. She's probably watching somewhere. Alice Fontenot's watching. John Coleman Locke, we're so glad you're watching. Charlie Buford, Jed, everybody's jumping on in and watching. Go Connor, he did good. He made it all the way to that 3rd spot in a very hard class. North 40 Ranch is watching. You guys had a class win with some of your breeding. And it looks like it is going to be Glitter Lady Sparkle, I believe. Yep, Cottrell won it. Let's listen.
Female class. I think the female that we have comes to the top, just does so in just terms of her overall balance and base width. She's one that's tremendously deep-sided. She's deep through that flank, and what I really like is that muscle pattern. That muscle carries all the way down into her hock. A tremendous amount of muscling when you step right behind her, and yet she's very feminine from her shoulders forward. Just a real nice breeding piece. I think that the female that stands in 2nd complements that heifer very much. She's one that's really nicely balanced as well, carrying a bit more condition maybe than the heifer that wins the class. Sure like to clean her up through that brisket, starting to get some fat prongs right there around that tail head. But that's a good female, lots of rib shape to her, just a really nice, very functional female in 2nd place. The one that goes in 3rd is one that's a really long-sided female, maybe not quite as attractive off the side as the first 2 that win the class, but one that I think you have to appreciate her overall length of body. She just narrows up a little bit when you get right behind her in comparison to the 2 that win the class. Then we've got that female in fourth place. I appreciate the management of that female. One that's got a lot of rib shape, a very maternal look to her. Maybe not doesn't have the overall spine integrity of those first three. Maybe she gets a little bit softer in her pasturing. But I like that middle to that female. She's going to be one that you can just take the halter off of her, put her in the pasture. She's going to stay together for you. The female that comes next is one that's really long-spined, just doesn't have the overall rib shape of those females that stand in front of her. Really nice class of females. Congratulations.
We thank you very much, Mr. Ladies and gentlemen, taking the blue ribbon in this class, entry 531 from B.R. Couture, Wharton, Texas.
All right, we have, BRC Glitter Lady Sparkle. BRC Lady Glitter Sparkle. Sorry about that, guys. BRC Lady Glitter Sparkle. Love the name. Absolutely love the name. Super pretty female. And she is going to win our class. And that is going to also be your grand champion at the 2022 Rio Grande Valley Stock Show. She was the grand and intermediate champion. She has been the 2022 Cattlemen's Congress champion, Washington County Fair, junior champion with Molly on the stick, 2022 Classic, Sugar Classic Open Show junior champion female, of course with Molly on the stick. The Jambalaya Classic Junior Brahman Show, Molly was on the stick there when she took that grand and junior championship. The 2022 South Texas Fair Open Brahman Show Reserve Intermediate, 2021 Washington County Reserve Grand. Just the list goes on, and she is a super special female. I'm sure that they're really looking forward to having those offspring by Glitter Lady Sparkle. Now we're going to be moving into our Class 22, and I'm going to just jump on in and gimbal. I'm going to, I think I'll stay on the mic for a little while, so I'll be quiet when I need to be quiet and stay on the mic. I get far, well, I'm going to leave you with the mic.
This time, our Class 22. They were born from the 1st of May through the end of August 2020. You have 7 entries in this class of senior females.
pitted type female. I appreciate the fact that she's been managed well. She's already got a nice heifer calf here beside her. Just a real high quality female. The heifer that we have standing in second, that's another really nice long level top female, really wide at her pin set. Probably like to just change her a little bit, give her a little more extension through that front end. I normally don't do this, but sometimes when you're in the arena, you might ask your exhibitor to help a little bit with the commentary. And so I'm going to let this guy that was holding the baby calf tell me what he thinks about this female.
I love the female, but I love the showman a lot better. I met you 3 years ago in a national show, and what a better time to ask you to marry me a day like today.
Get down on your knee. Well, it doesn't get any better than that. That's what it's all about. I've been waiting for you to do that for a long time, brother. I'm glad you did it. Congratulations. Let's finish up here with these next heifers in line. This is a really wide pin set type female, one that's really deep, very balanced when you look at her from end to end. Just doesn't, maybe not quite as far along in terms of pregnancy as those two in front of her. The heifer that we have standing in fourth place is one that's really long-sided, a lot of bone to her. Just want to see this heifer just a little bit better in that forerib right behind her shoulder. She wants to break ever so slightly. Good set of females. Congratulations to McKenna and David.
Ladies and gentlemen, our results, and thank you, Mr. Colors, for the comments here in this class. First place honors in the class going to entry 1174. Looks like we got a package deal here. Schulte Cattle Company, McKenna Schulte, owner, Brenham, Texas. Second place in that class went to 772 from England Cattle Company of Mercedes, Texas. Your third place honors to 505 AT Brahmans and Ruby Thomas, owner, Honey Grove, Texas. Your fourth place to 979 Little Pecan Cattle Company. Camp McCall is the owner, Bell City, Louisiana, the hometown. And your fifth place award went to 792 Forster Cattle Company of Crowley, Louisiana. Sixth place went to 504 AT Brahmans. Anna Thomas, owner, Honey Grove, Texas. Congratulations, these exhibitors. Our final class of seniors in the arena at this time, that's class 23, females that were born between January and April of 2020. We have 8 entries in this class. Females. And we'll have a call for lineup of our first and seconds in the previous divisions, previous classes here in the senior division.
Here, wait. There. Maybe that's better. Are we good? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was kind of fun and exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Congratulations, yeah, it are definitely in order, and that was kind of cool. So we'll be able to cut that out, I think, guys, and get that for y'all. So that was pretty sweet. I think the live stream worked out really well. Yeah, so we're all really pleased about that. And of course, it's a great show too. So congratulations. And yeah, she did say yes. I'm thinking if she said no in the middle of the arena at that moment in time, he would have fallen into a hole. So yeah, but we were very pleased that we were there for them and that we could do that. We live streamed it. We had a ton of cameras on them, and we think that that was a special moment for our Brahman family. Because again, guys, we are a Brahman family that we are super happy to be here, and all of the exhibitors have been just great today. The show help has been wonderful. The juniors that work the show, they've really tried to help us with our cameras, and every time I walk up to them, they're like, "Am I in front of a camera?" "No, you're not. It's okay." So, because they know that's usually what I'm coming in the ring for. "What are you doing? Move. You make a better door than a window." Yep, that was very exciting.
I need some water.
Ah, need water. Okay. And we are waiting. We will be going. Congratulations. We have all kinds of congratulations that I think Iran is putting up on the screen. We do love them. They're a super awesome couple, McKenna and David. Can't say enough about David. Really have enjoyed having him here as part of our Brahman family in the United States. Of course, he's originally from Nicaragua, and just a super good family. I believe his mom was watching from Nicaragua because she couldn't be here. So I hope that we did a good job of presenting that for you so you could feel like you were here, and wish you could have been here, but your son did a very good job. So we are now in this class. This is class number 23. This is the last class of the senior gray females, and they won the class on top of that. So that was kind of cool. Yeah. So first was Miss SCC 01/8. That's going to be a Mr. 333 triple threat daughter out of Miss ADS 70/3. Now the Mr. 333 triple threat, those of you might remember the BNA, the Deacon Manso bull. That is a very famous bull, great bull. Has done a great job for the Brahman breed. And then in second, we had the 772. 772 was going to be the England Cattle Company. That's going to be LMC LF Ambassador 70/7. LMC S Polled Madonna is the dam. So that was second in class. They're in class number 22. And hey, they're going to have to come back in for championship consideration. So they're going to have to get their stuff together. I think I would be pretty emotional right now. So, and again, first was the Miss SCC 01/8. Breeder was Keaton Schulte, owner Keaton Schulte, and of course Schulte Cattle Company. And then on the class, second in class, that was going to be the ECC Polled Vogue, and that is going to be an England Cattle Company all the way. So we are in the final class of the Gray Female Show. This is class number 23. We have I think 6 are left on the railing. We have a V8. We have BRC Lady Sugar 62. She's still out here. So we have BRC. We have V8. That is going to be Miss V8 274/9 right here in front of us. We have a Hudgens. Okay, we have 534. 534 is still in the arena. That's BRC. Come on, Eileen. We also have the Hudgens, JDH Lady Blisani Manso. This one ends in a 5. Is that 1405, I bet. Miss V8 279. Yep, that is 279 over 9. That's going to be a Sloan daughter. And then bringing up at the rear, that's going to be a BRC Lady Sugar 62. Am I correct? Is that 533? Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep.
Nikki, you still talking?
Yeah.
Allie's phone was left in the bathroom. Is she with y'all?
We have so much love coming out. We have so many thumbs up and hearts and everything else. This is very cool. Thank you guys for watching. We're kind of winding down. Michelle Moffat, thanks for watching. Pearls Pasture Cattle, thank you for watching. Let us know where you're watching from. I can see a lot of our friends from Bangladesh and Thailand and Rancho Las Vegas. I mean, everyone is watching from all over. We're super excited that y'all are watching. It has been a great day. Looks like we're bringing in, coming in to the 4th hole. The 4th hole in 4th place is going to be 533 if you're following along in your book. We don't have the pedigree on that, but you can look it up on ABBA. That is going to be BRC Lady Sugar 62. For some reason, we didn't end up with that information out of the ABBA system. We still, and David, thank you for watching from Henderson, Texas. Thank you so much. And we still have 3 left in the arena. We're looking at a JDH Hudgens. We're looking at a BR Catraire. Yep, BRC, Come On Eileen. And then we are also looking at a Miss V8. That's going to be Miss V8 279 over 9. 279 over 9, I think, is the one that's left in the arena. Hey Jim, that was a that's a 279 female. That was 279 that was second. Am I no or third? She was third. 279 was third. Okay. It's just y'all had two in there and we're having trouble finding the numbers. Third. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. So that was 279 over 9. That's going to be a Sloan daughter out of JDH, Lady Ashton Manso. She came in that third in a very hard class. Then we have the BRC, Come On Eileen. Let's listen to the judge.
Senior class, and I tell you what, you know, I've had a year to think about this, and I don't know how many times people will be like, well, what are you going to use? What are you going to use? I don't know what I'm going to use till I get out here. My wife, Gayla, can tell you that. When I judge a show, I judge it fresh every time. I don't care who's holding the cattle. I don't care whose brand's on the cattle. I have to use my experience, my evaluation to place the cattle as I see fit. I think that we've got a pair here on top of this class that I really like. I like her pigmentation. I like her length. I like her out of her spine. She's one that's really long hip. She's one that's deep-sided. I tell you what, there's just a lot of good in this cow right here. She's standing on a tremendous amount of bone. Nice little small teats there, nursing a really nice little calf. The one that comes next is one that I really like in terms of her overall length of body. She's got a good hump placement. Not quite the bone and foot size of the heifer or the cow that wins the class, but I think she's sure good enough. Does a nice job nursing her calf as well. I think that's a good one. The one that we have in third place is one from the side. Boy, she's really nice. But when you look at her from the side, you really appreciate the amount of rib shape that she has. You get right behind her, she disappoints you just a little bit. She wants to be a little base narrow there, particularly down in the lower round. Good female standing in fourth place, one that's got a lot of muscle to her, a lot of muscle expression. Like to see her a little bit deeper through that forward rib, but that's a good female. The one that comes right behind her, again, just really nice. Show ring presence from the side, gets a little narrow from the ground for me to move her up any higher. Really nice class of gray Brahman females. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Colors, for the overview in this final class.
Okay, 1, 2, yeah, there we go. Okay, in first place we have JDH Lady Blisani Manso, 293 over 0. That's going to be a Woodson DeManso daughter. That's, of course, the 206 bull. And out of JDH Lady Minnie Manso, 78 over 9. And in second place we had the BRC Come On Eileen, 75. That's going to be a JDH Mr. Gibson Manso daughter out of Miss V8, 341 over 7. As the judge was saying, in third place we have the Miss V8, 279 over 9. That's going to be a Sloan daughter out of the JDH Lady Ashton Manso, 210 over 2. So we're going to be coming back in for our championship consideration. Our championship consideration.
From V8 Ranch of Bowling. Our sixth place award went to 1403, another entry from V8 Ranch. And seventh in the class went to 1024. The entry from Charles Wilson of Bryan, Texas.
Somebody needs to just call
And eighth
her.
in the class to 691 FL Cattle Company, showing for Holbert Jefferson of Angleton, Texas. Congratulations to these exhibitors. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now staging in the arena.
Okay, so
Senior
in first place, out of the very first class, class number 20, we're going to have ECC LG Blanche 557 over 1. That's 771 on the back. If you're watching the catalog. Our second class, which was class 21, that is going to be BRC Lady Glitter Sparkle 115. In class number 22, we're going to have Miss SCC 01 over 8, now known as the Proposition female. And then we have JDH Lady Blisani Manso 293 over 0 out of that oldest class. So those are our 4 animals that are in for championship consideration. We have Baxter. Baxter Whitworth is showing his very beautiful female that was second in that very large class in the seniors. And so Baxter is there working away, going into the arena. So congratulations to everybody.
An entry from England Cattle Company was the second place in that class from Mercedes. And your class 23 winner was 867 J.D. Hutchins Incorporated, Hungerford, second in that class. 534 B.R. Pater of Wharton, Texas. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Great group of females.
I'm really pleased with our overall senior category. I think we've had some really nice cattle to look at. Some cattle that are very functional. Again, we're looking at them from the ground up. You'll see I'll do most of my evaluation on the walk, so I know these cattle are very sound in their movement and structurally very sound and very efficient. I think we've got some cattle out here that's got some rib shape to them. They've got some muscle to them. I think we've just got some really nice individuals. I'll go out and show you the 2 I like the best. Let's give them all a big round of applause before we do that.
He's going to be looking at the senior females. He's going to look at the senior females. It looks like he's going up to that second class. That is going to be BRC, Lady Glitter Sparkle. BRC, Lady Glitter Sparkle. BRC, Lady Glitter Sparkle. And then coming in for reserve consideration is going to be the Miss V8 407 over 9. Miss V8 407 over 9. And that is going to be a machine daughter, a 380 daughter, walking down towards the Schulte animal, back down towards the Hudgens, stepping back, taking a good look. I can kind of tell he's looking from the top to the bottom, looking back and forth. So there's something up there to the right that strikes his fancy and something to the left that strikes his fancy. And it is going to be Hudgens. It looks like it's going to be the Hudgens animal. So we are going to go with the reserve champion in the senior division. Reserve champion is going to be out of that oldest class. That is going to be JDH Lady Blissani Manso 293 over 0. She will be our reserve senior champion. Of course, she will be coming back in for possibility of a grand championship. Possibility of a grand championship. And of course our senior champion was BRC Lady Glitter Sparkle. So we're getting ready to come back in the arena with the females for consideration for grand champion in the Reds. Grand champion in the Reds. We are looking at 4 animals that will come back in. 4 animals that will come back in.
Now we're going to bring out our lineup for the
So,
Brahman Grand Championship of the 2023 International Show.
I'm sorry?
Entry number 1535. That was the
I've got them right here though. It's easy, just as easy here. Okay guys, so here's what we're looking at for our calf champion in the Reds. Our calf champion in the Reds, we're looking at the SCC Miss 7 Stella. That's going to be, of course, that Mr. V8 511 over 8 daughter out of the CT Miss Smoking Captain 7 over 7. Of course, the 7 over 7 female has had great, tremendous progeny. Really does a great job. That is a Scanlon Cattle Company led animal that Brandy Barnes of Watts Ranch is on the stick. So there they are.
intermediate reserve was entry number 1630. Circle T.
So we have Brandy Barnes on the stick for Scanlon Cattle Company, the SCC Miss 7 Stelly. She's a Mr. V8 511 over 8, and out of CT Miss Smoking Captain. In our intermediate champion, we had the PCC Ray of Hope 11 over 1. That is Little Pecan Cattle. Chad Allen Phillip was the breeder, but Grace McCall is on the stick. We have the Grace McCall on the stick with PCC Ray of Hope 11/1. We talked about all she had won recently, including that San Antonio Reserve Grand Champion. That is going to be a BB Mr. Stingray 10/0. I'm sure you guys remember when Glenn Cox was leading that BB Stingray. And then she is out of PCC Lady and Lace 2/11, who is a Winchester Magnum daughter. So that is what we're looking at for the intermediate champion. Let's listen to the judge.
The first Houston Fat Stock Show took place about 1932, something like that. You might have to correct me, but it's been a while. And I tell you what, over the years, this breed has grown. It's gotten better. This is a breed that we used to sort of be a niche or a novelty type breed, and we've come a long way. We're a breed now that can stand on its own. We're not just a breed that survives, one that is heat tolerant and longevity. We know all those things. But now we're a carcass breed. We're starting to look a little harder in terms of carcass data. This is a breed that can stand alone. Sure, we can cross them. We can make F1s. But I think it's important to know that this is a breed that you don't have to cross anymore. I think we've come that far. The cattle have improved so much over the years, and it's a credit to the breeders and exhibitors for paying attention to genetics and paying attention to selection. So if you would join me, let's give everybody a big round of applause, and we'll find our grand champion and our reserve grand champion.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your grand champion Red Brahman, entry 2197, the Broussard Cattle Company entry, CT Lady Mariana Renault. Congratulations to Broussard Cattle. Now we're going to lead up entry 2135 for reserve grand consideration. And from the same division, that's the Moreno Ranch entry. Moreno Miss Lady Ricciardi, 192/3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause for a fantastic job today. We have a Colombian delegation that's going to present a special award to the grand champion female. And we also have a trophy that is sponsored by the Mexican delegation.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we have a moment, I want to acknowledge all of our international guests that have been with us throughout the day. We have delegation representatives here from the Colombian Brahman Association presenting the traditional hat to the Grand Champion female exhibitor, and the Mexican delegation presenting a special trophy to the Grand Champion exhibitor. We want to thank y'all. But if you folks in the crowd can understand me, I'd like all of our international visitors that are here to raise their hands or stand up. Thank y'all for being at Houston for the International Brahman Show today. We appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're bringing in our breed champions from the Gray Show. And representing the calf class is entry number 827 from JL Cattle Services, showing for CT Madam Pride. They're from Rainy, Louisiana. Representing your intermediate division, your champion there, 1341 from Candler Cattle Company, showing for Cody Stackner. They're out of Gainesville, Florida. That female, NC Miss Pickett. Your champion junior division went to 1188 Scott's Cattle Service, showing for Gracie Lambright of Danbury, Texas, and the female Miss Lisa Marie, 40/1. And the champion from your senior division was entry 531, shown by B.R. Kater, Molly Jo Kater of Wharton, Texas, showing Lady Glitter Sparkles, 115. Standing in the lineup and event they're called in for reserve consideration from your calf division was the entry 1381 from V8 Ranch, the female 601/9. The reserve out of your intermediate division was 522 from B.R. Kater Incorporated, Molly Jo Kater, owner of Winona 238. The reserve junior came to us from Walters Livestock, exhibiting for Bryn Harris, the entry number 1474, and the female Miss 5H Harper 6/1. And your second place reserve there out of the senior division went to 867 J.D. Hudgens Incorporated entry, Lady Bassani Manso of Hungerford, Texas. Congratulations to our cattle and the breeders who are represented here for the Grand Champion drive in our Gray Brahman females.
Well, as far as I know, this will be the last class of the day, and it's just been so exciting for me to be out here evaluating. One of the ways that I guess you get the job, right or wrong, is you're basically elected by your peers. And so I show against a lot of these people out here. Know pretty much every one of them by name. I probably know their pedigrees or familiar with the pedigrees of both the red and gray cattle. So there's no big secret out here that this is kind of like a home-cooked meal for me. Fortunately, I get the opportunity to travel a lot and judge a lot of different shows and different breeds of cattle, and sometimes I don't know who's out there. But I'll tell you what, this has been a lot of fun today. I think the cattle have been really good. I think we've had a lot of close placings, particularly in classes and in divisions. But at the end of the day, I think we've got some cattle out here that are very functional. And one of the kind of the key words that I like to talk about a little bit is being economically efficient. We want some cattle that don't take a whole lot of feed and money to get them in shape. We want these cattle to have some natural muscle to them, some base width to them. Structurally, we want them sound, but yet we want them maternal. We want them feminine. And I think we've got 4, really 8 females out here that are very good representatives of the gray Brahman breed. Now, I'll tell you that anytime you judge show, it's completely subjective. So you might think, well, should have used this one or used that one. That's fine. You got to have thick skin to judge these shows, and particularly at the big ones. But main thing is I can sleep at night after I evaluate the cattle, and I think I've got some good ones out here. Join with me. Let's give them a big round of applause. I'll name our grand champion and our reserve champion.
And ladies and gentlemen, your grand champion going to 531 from your senior division, Molly Jo Couture of Wharton, Texas, BR. And the reserve honors going to the junior champion, 1188, Scott Cattle Service, Gracie Lambright of Danbury, Texas, taking the reserve grand champion. And once again, special awards coming to you, these grand champion exhibitor, not only from the Houston Livestock Show to the Grand and Reserve, but from our Colombian Brahman Association delegation, presenting them with the commemorative hat, and our Mexican Brahman Association making a presentation of a trophy to the grand champion exhibitor for our gray females. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Mr. Judd Colors for a great job here in the arena today. Appreciate it, Judd. And look forward to having you back tomorrow in our bull show that'll start here at 8 a.m. in the main judging arena. We'll be on the west side, Brahman exhibitors. And on the east side, there'll be a Brangus show taking place here in the main judging arena, both starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Well, on behalf of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, our officers and directors, the management show, those of us who serve in capacities here as breeding cattle superintendents and arena directors, we appreciate all of our exhibitors being here and the courtesies that have been extended not only to our show officials but to your fellow exhibitors. The Brahman group, always a great group to have in Houston, Texas for this annual competition. Good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.